Welcome to the Damn Good Friends podcast, everybody. This episode is brought to you by Movets Outdoors and Shelter Insurance in Westphalia, Missouri. Dennis Fick. Go ahead, Mac.
The Shield.
The Shields. He's busy there. The
Sorry,
views,
I'm
information, or opinions expressed during the Damn Good Friends podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and are not affiliated with any military or government organization. This podcast is not endorsed by, directly affiliated with, maintained, authorized, or sponsored by any branch of the military, the Department of War, or the U.S. government. The content provided is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute professional or legal advice. Unless our special guest we have on today has some awesome professional and legal advice, he might have some.
I need to start reading a disclaimer at the beginning of our show, probably.
Dude, your show is pretty spectacular, and I want to talk about it for briefly, just as an introduction for you. I'm going to call it the most famous bow hunting podcast in the Midwest, maybe the U.S., and you've grown as a celebrity hunter around where I live anyways. If I'm not listening to, I guess the only other podcast I might be listening to when I drive is probably Cameron Haynes, but he's not always talking about hunting, and I prefer to listen about hunting and small town shit like you got, man. So Curt Geier, working class bow hunter, welcome to the podcast, man.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. I appreciate you saying that. I don't know if any of that's true, but one thing I can tell you that is true is we are the biggest bow hunting podcast from New Windsor, Illinois. That is, like, we do have that. So that's what I'll claim with confidence. Everything else is all made up. No one can really know that actually one way or another, but we've had a lot of fun with it over the years. So
Heck yeah. How long have you guys been doing it now?
a little over 11 years.
Wow.
And never missed a week. So we've been running, early March 2015 when we launched. So
Wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
and looking at what you guys are doing now and the guests that you have on, it's freaking spectacular. It's professionally done, and I honestly, maybe you should have a disclaimer, but I would prefer not to hear a disclaimer from you because I love the candid, freaking unfiltered, unhinged way you guys, the raw way you guys go about it. So
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've always done for the most part. I think when we first started going, we kind of thought we wouldn't be that way. And then we kind of, I don't know, it's not like something we consciously were like, we're just going to do whatever we want. Kind of came in time and getting some confidence with it, but just being who we are is really all it is, and not really caring if the industry likes it or doesn't like it, and just doing what the majority of our listeners are going to want to hear over time. So we're just having fun, dude. That's the bottom line. We're just trying to make it fun. So,
heck
and
yeah.
just get people through their workday is the big deal. It's like, that's what podcast did for me going through it. And that's kind of like, as we got further and further in, it's like, man, how can we just entertain? It doesn't have to be educational. It doesn't have to have this, we're the all-knowing guys, listen to our advice. It could just be flat out, we're doing a BS session and talking about whatever it is, as long as the listener can laugh or enjoy it and get through, or make them think, whatever, and helps them get through their day. That's really like our main objective with it. But right next to that, it's like, we got to be having fun while we're doing it. Otherwise, I don't want to do it. So
It makes me think of the one we did. We did one with nothing about hunting or outdoors. We got a little tipsy and came back into the podcast and did nothing
Mhm.
about wrestling. We went down a rabbit hole of like the old WCW, WWF. And next thing we know, it was an hour and 20 minutes of nothing but just us bullshitting and arguing about our best favorite wrestlers.
that's okay. That's fine sometimes. We do a lot of those episodes, more so in the off season and stuff, when the boys get together. That's what they're doing anyway, is talking about random shit. But I think that's completely okay. Because here's the thing, I'd rather have that happen than listen to how to hunt scrapes 52 times a year,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to hear that episode maybe once, and not even a full episode. We can talk about it and get off at one time a year. And that's probably good enough. So
I
Dude,
like
and,
that.
and I'll get into an episode that's talking tactics like that, and I'll probably listen to that one episode several times. And if I hear the same podcast or another podcast talking about that same topic, I won't want to listen to it because I already have this tactic that I'm going to try, and I'm not doing anything till I try it.
yeah. We have one episode that we with Mark Jury years ago. It's just Mark Jury Summer Scouting. And it's probably the most repeat listened episode that we have, I would say, So
Heck yeah.
I don't know.
What
There's gonna be a
type
lot of podcasters, if they heard that, would I mean, I think I'd get a 50-50 split. I think a lot of people would agree, and then some people would disagree. It depends on what your mission is with your show. A lot of guys like to be the, I don't know, the advice givers, which is fine. Sometimes we do that, but we try not to do that.
I gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
this podcast got started because our wives told us we wouldn't do it, and we got drunk and decided we will. And so here we are. My question, you said you've been doing it for 11 years. How did you get started 11 years ago?
Yeah. So I talk about this a lot. 11 years ago, I had a job I hated, and podcasts were a newer thing at the time. This is 2013, 2014, 2012 to 2014 in that gap. And I hated the job I had, and podcasts helped me get through the day. I listened to Rogan at the time. Meat Eater started right about the same time we did, because I actively remember Ranella having his podcast and us being close in episode numbers, back in the day, back then. But I was already in the hunting realm of, I want to film hunts. I want to do this. I want to do something. And then I was kind of over doing the film project stuff with other people. And in my head, I'm like, man, it'd be cool to start a hunting podcast. I looked to see what ones were around. In my opinion, they all were just shows and episodes that I didn't find interesting from people that I can't relate with. And I started one. And I've only ever worked blue collar jobs, and I'm like, man, working class bow hunter, that's most people. Those are the dudes that are talking like I talk, acting the way I do, going to the bar and having beers after work, dropping F-bombs, just being kind of unhinged and just doing what you have to do to be a functioning adult and make a living. And I honestly don't love our name, and to me it's so cliche sounding, but I think I've heard it so much that I'm like, I don't know what it would be if it wasn't, but that might sound weird. That's an internal thing, but
Dude, it doesn't sound weird. You're the second person that we've had on or been on a podcast with. The Missouri Woods and Water guys, they don't like their name either. I'm like, well, you've got that identity, and that's what you do.
yeah, no, it's completely fine.
Yeah.
I just to me, I look at it, I'm like, it's corny.
Well, I think it fits, and coming from having I'd say having a military background, everything's blue collar that we do. We're ditch diggers. We're fighting whatever we're fighting, and we're getting our hands dirty to do it. And just hearing working class bow hunter, it makes me think that's who I am. I got to go work my freaking job. I can't hunt as much as I want to, but I'm going to make the money that I can to buy that next deer stand that I need, or food plot, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I know I get your point. It's just a personal thing. It's just you know what I mean? It's if I go back and listen to really any episodes, but especially the early ones, it's just ugh. I don't know. We were just so young, and it's fine. It's cool, now it's cool, but it's just someone showing you Facebook, or I don't know, if you're a MySpace, just if you scroll through your old stuff, you'd be like, oh my God, who let me have an account?
What is this shit?
Yeah, what the hell were we doing?
That was our first ones too. We got really excited and drank way more than we should have on the podcast, and by the end of it, some of them there was no words coming out. It was just slurred. It was a shit show.
And at first, when you first get going, because I remember this, it felt conceited. Why would anyone listen to anything we say? Mm-hmm. Who the hell's going to tune into this? And then it's when you're putting it out, it's oh man, we're just getting our friends and family that are tuning in are just roasting us. But and I think they did probably for a long time, or doubted us, or their little podcast or whatever. And then just consistency and being obsessed, and maybe being a little retarded about it, and just kind of stimming out on it for 11 years. It's just kind of well, we're a thing now, then we're not going anywhere. So,
dude, Mac, I don't think people doubt us enough, because people come up and ask how the podcast is going, and I'll ask them, how'd you like the last episode? Oh, I haven't listened to that one yet. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, you just
tell me how's it going.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I don't expect anybody to listen, but it's I don't know. It's nowadays too, it's Joe Humphreys from Big Time always says that we started the hunting podcast like craze, because for a while it was like there's a new podcast every 2 days, and it's funny. It's like I'm getting messages from people about being big time sponsoring their podcast. He's like, I blame you guys for making it cool, and I'm like, oh, that's flattering for you to say, but sorry, I don't know if we did or not, but
Sorry, not
He's
sorry.
conceited. I remember the first we did a podcast, and this is when me and Corey worked in the same office together, and we got hammered, so we were hungover, came in a little late to the office, and we felt like fucking celebrities. I mean, people were like clapping. They're like, "You did it! You fucking did it!" And we're like, "Damn!" We just got drunk and talked. It was just literally we had microphones on this time instead of just normal.
yeah.
It was
You know,
wild.
Matt keeps referencing us drinking during it. We have made the mistake a few times. We like to give whiskey reviews. We try all kinds of different whiskeys, and we'll give a review on it. Well, sometimes that bottle gets empty, especially if we have 4 people on.
Oh yeah, I mean, gosh, I got some of this right here. I got to be careful not to dig into that too much. We have our own like co-branded whiskey. Holy fuck, you got the OG bottle. Sorry,
Yeah.
can you drop F-bombs on
Oh yeah,
here?
you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, that's an OG bottle. Is
Fuck
that
yeah.
unopened?
This is the second one I bought, I think. The
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
an original label. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a line of labels, and that's an OG one. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that.
Collector's edition. I'll hang on to it.
Yeah, we have a whole thing. So like this spring, we're doing. Dustin DeTilio did the Black Bear. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
see it.
sweet.
But we did a Black Bear label, and then every spring we do a new label. And we'll let them sell out, and then every fall we'll do a new label.
Nice.
We didn't plan on that originally. It was kind of an idea. It's like that's a fun way to like kind of make a lineup of them and just kind of have some fun with it. So,
Yeah.
and it's been awesome with listeners. It's created a lot of engagement with it.
Why don't
Heck
you get
yeah.
us one of those for bear when we go bear hunting up in Pennsylvania?
Heck
Those-
yeah.
those
Doug
are
and
full
Eric
on
are doing
bourbon.
bear hunt right now, and they're in Ontario right now.
Nice.
So I was supposed to be up there, but
Well, shit. I wish you were, but I'm
Nice.
glad you're not.
yeah, I leave for Africa here soon, so it would have been like too close. And then plus I had a little bit of an accident, so it's a good thing I'm not trying to go to bear camp anyway. So I'm down. I'm a little wounded, so I'm sitting this one out. It's a good thing. So
You slipped on some ice. Got it.
shattered some ribs. My right side ribs
shit.
are shattered.
Ooh.
You
Yeah.
tried to fight the bear.
Yeah, I wish that's what would have happened. That'd have been a way cooler story. So I had an e-bike come apart on me a couple weeks ago, and
Oh, man.
Man.
Like out scouting or something?
no, not even that cool. Just in the yard, like chasing my kids around on their Power Wheels, and the fucking whole front end comes off. Like
Man.
it was not good. It was like I was in the hospital for 4 days.
Oh shit.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
glad you're okay, man.
Yeah,
Well, if I was harassing you, making sure we were good for today, I apologize.
no, it's all good. I'm good. I just can't do certain things, until I heal up.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
I'm kind of limping along, but we're good anyway.
Yep.
So-
Anyway,
I'm alive. Could have broke my neck, and I
Yeah,
didn't. So,
for sure.
uh-huh.
so life's
I-
good.
Got to enjoy the little things and own it all.
Rule
Painkillers
32.
and a beer really help eliminate pain. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's my kind
So
of
we-
medicine.
yeah.
With the podcast realm and being an avid hunter and whatnot, what's the hardest part about running your show? What would you say the hardest thing to do regularly is for it?
Consistency, and then like inside that is like staying consistent with topics, but then guests also. But during hunting season, it's a little different. We don't book out like we do in the off season. We try to keep it like as update to what we're doing as we can, but it ends up, I don't really know how we do it. We end up getting it done, but consistency is the most difficult. For us, it's just a program we've been on, no excuses. Every Wednesday night we're recording no matter what. Everybody knows that. We live on Google Calendar. So we have that nailed. I think for most shows in the space with the podcast is they struggle to be consistent, and they just get them out when they can to every, whenever. And I feel like that's the worst thing you could ever do if you're trying to do a show seriously, because we all know how social media is. It's like you just get lost in the feed, and the podcast feed, the Spotify feed, the Apple pod, whatever it is. So if you're trying to crank out a podcast and you're not doing it consistent, I always say you're better off to crank out a bad podcast one week than not one at all. Which sounds like bad advice, but I feel like it's real. But consistency is the hardest, especially when hunting and trips and all that shit. So
Let me throw a scenario at you. what if we had, like, it's just me and Mac running the whole deal, and we don't always have guests right away, which we have some lined out now, which is great. But if we had, like, if we were able to do it every week and we did 4 in a row, just him and me, is that going to bore you as someone that wants to listen? Or does it depend on what we talk about?
My angle is I don't think you should have guests every week.
Okay.
Personally, because I think it's good to throw in just whatever, because I feel like and I don't know, could be way off. This is just from my opinion, my angle. I feel like with the show, the audience should kind of get to know you guys as like on a personality level. Like everyone kind of knows how I am. That's a regular listener, how Eric is, how Doug is, and then our dynamic together. So we don't need a guest. If we have a guest cancel out on us, we're like, all right, boys, we're just going to bullshit.
Yeah.
And we're such good friends, and we've just done it so long that we'll just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Or reach out to our Patreon community and be like, hey, what's something that you haven't heard that you want to hear? And then we'll cut through that. But yeah, I think
I do like it when you guys do that too. When you pull up like an Instagram feed or a Spotify feed and you answer questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we never try to read them beforehand. We never try and pre-filter them. But yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with that. It's way better than not doing one, in my opinion.
Okay.
For sure.
What would you say is the easiest thing that's a no-brainer? You get it done no matter what.
Just with our show.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's just we're doing it. So it's just like it's so ingrained into like our lives now. It's not like, oh yeah, I do this as a hobby when I can. For me, it's my primary, especially now being able to leave my day job. It's like, you know, it's the ship I'm riding in that helps me do everything else in my life. You know what I mean? It's like me going to work now. But it got that way from treating it that way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, I get that.
I felt like if I always had the mindset about WCB in the back of my head that it was just this auxiliary thing that'll be nothing, and just let like the doubt and all these things, the internal, like, you know what I'm talking about, the internal demons attack on what it is, then it wouldn't have done what it's done. But I've always treated it as like the priority, like you would a job, even with a regular day job. But I guess once you get to that point, the easiest part is also just doing it because you're just on board with it. You enjoy it and you want to do it. But then it's like, it's weird that it's the easiest and the hardest thing at the same time. The consistency of it, of anything like a show that you're going to do, that's the hardest. But you just got to get it to the point where you're doing it no matter what, and you want to do it. And it's so much fun that if you're going to miss it, you're like, fuck, why didn't I just do it? So
I like that.
Weird pocket to kind of like imagine, I guess. But
well, and I know there's been several times where I kind of get fucking pissed when me and Mac will talk, and I'm like, all right, we need to schedule some podcasts. We're gonna have, Curt Geier on. We're working on getting Dan Young on, I think, next week, and trying to schedule stuff out. But then, work is putting stuff on our schedule, and then our wives got stuff on our schedule, and this and that, and I shouldn't get mad about it like I do, but I want to make this something. I do have a lot of freaking fun getting on here, just bullshitting, but also learning from other people on every bit of it.
And I'm sorry if I involuntarily just like put you guys on blast, because I don't know how you guys operate. I don't know what your schedule is and stuff like that. I understand.
Oh, you're good, dude.
Like you guys being in the no. Well, being in the military like you guys are, I can imagine like there's probably shit that pops up that you can't control and you got to go. Like I understand. Everybody's kind of in a different spot with it. Yeah, I guess we were just fortunate enough with our crew that we were able to be as consistent. And and then when shit would happen one week, we're like, I mean, when I was in the hospital for 4 days with my accident, and like the boys just operated. Like we had 2 of our friends that went on a turkey hunt. It's like, hey, get in here, let's talk about this and BS, and like they filled that gap for the week while I was laid up, so we actually
had before or after turkey season that happened.
Right after it happened on the 17th,
man.
So
And say you
Yeah.
seemed. I don't remember hearing anything about it in your like turkey hunting episode you guys had. It's like,
It
dang,
hadn't
you.
happened yet.
Yeah.
I just mentioned it briefly in some intros. I haven't really been saying too much about it online. I'm gonna, because the failure that happened, people are gonna need to know about it because someone's gonna die on these bikes.
No shit.
Yeah, I can't be the only dude who's had them break, and I was doing regular shit, and it fucked me up. And if I would have been in the woods, like actually doing something with my gear on my back, and this failure happened, it would have not been good.
No.
Was
not
it a total
if you're by
malfunction with the
yourself.
bike?
Yeah, the forks,
Gosh,
they just went. They were gone.
damn it.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm
It's a
glad you're
weird
okay, man.
it's a weird deal. But anyway, yeah. It's I'll have to talk about it eventually. I'm just trying not to be dramatic about it right now. I'm just trying to I got a trip coming up. I'm focusing on that. I was able to draw my bow the other day and it hurt like hell cuz it's all my ribs are I have 7 breaks in my ribs and they're broken off my back on my right side. And so drawing just it's hard to explain. It's
Oh, no.
it's like I don't know how to explain it. It
Almost
just
like the
doesn't
puddle
feel like
hurt.
I should be shooting. But I got my bow back 3 times. It hurt like fuck, but I was able to shoot. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in. I pretty much had my dialed tapes done, but I'm gonna go in and have like the precision archery tape where you like measure everything out. Have them build me some tapes so I can check it with minimal arrows. Then I leave for South Africa like really soon, and then I'm gonna shoot and double check like a couple times, and then I'm only shooting to kill, and then I'm not shooting my bow until my next trip. So I just know the way I'm drawing my bow, the way I have to draw my bow is really weird. And my muscles are making on my left side are making up for a lack of my muscles on my. I'm just gonna develop some bad habits and maybe hurt
Yep.
myself in another way. So I'm trying to just shoot to kill really for this trip and then heal up until my next trip. So
Well, if I can give you just one piece of advice after your trip, if you can get some physical therapy in there, do everything they say, man.
yeah,
when
that's
you-
probably a good idea.
When your muscles start working against each other, you're going to be so off balance. It's going to be terrible. Just, I highly recommend it.
No, that's good advice. I'm just not gonna be the guy that's gonna come home and shoot 100 arrows. It's just gonna be the amount I need to go.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure it out. It's fine. But
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn.
mhm.
Mac, I don't know if I told you, but I pulled my bow back finally.
No, you did not.
I had shoulder surgery in December, so I didn't really finish out deer season, but it's pulled back just fine. No issues. It's functional.
Crank that thing down to 50 pounds and run her.
Yep. I'm going to
That's
send
what
it.
I would do.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I was talking to Mark Drury the other day. He called me. We were talking about my accident. He's like, man, I shoot like 53 pounds. He had an injury. He's like, it's a dream. He goes, there's just certain ways you shoot or don't shoot. And I'm like, yeah, man, I think I got a couple years left of this 70. I mean, it's no problem to pull 70 pounds, but
Mhm.
I mean, man, when's the last time you shot like a 55-pound bow? They're smooth as butter, you know? It's like, you don't need to shoot
Yeah.
70 pounds. You don't need to shoot 65 pounds.
Yeah.
You know? I started my year with an 80-pound Hoyt. I'm like, this is stupid. What? You know, it's unnecessary.
What made you want to shoot 80 pounds?
Cape Buffalo hunting.
Just okay, wanting to send it through something really fucking big.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
I'm
what you're going to
shooting-
be pulling when you go?
No, I swapped them for 70-pound. I actually traded that bow in. It was cool, but I got an all camo bow at 80 pounds. I just didn't love it. And then I was at my Hoyt dealer, F6 in Montrose, Iowa, and I'm like, they had a Tombstone RX-10 Ultra. I'm like,
Mm.
yo, would you just trade me straight up? He's like, yeah, I'll trade you. I'm like, cool. So I
Fucking
traded
awesome.
for a 70-pound Tombstone. But yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to hunt Cape Buffalo if I can get around. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to go that way, but I just can't get around very quick. But if we can go for it, we're going for it. So
Is that your main target that you're wanting to go for?
yeah,
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
And you've
Yeah.
been to South Africa multiple times, haven't you?
twice before. Yep, this
Twice
has been my
before?
third trip. Yep.
Every time you go, are you trying to target different animals you haven't killed yet? Or are you going for the same kind of shit?
Yeah, no, I definitely try and have a hit list to a point. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm to the point now. without going for like crazy stuff. Like Cape Buffalo is pretty crazy and a little more expensive, but yeah, like my hit list is different for the most part than it was last time because I've killed a couple Impala. You know what I mean? There's certain things I've done that I'm like, hey, if we see one of these, that's something I've never seen or never had an opportunity yet. That'd be really cool. So I keep like 3 or 4 main bucket lists for the trip. And I just tell my PH, Stuart Pringle, I'm like, hey, man, if we run into a big eland, I'll probably shoot it. We run into a big, and it's one of those things. Then there's those asterisks. No matter what, if one of these comes in, even if I've already shot it, I probably will shoot another one. I mean, for me, that'd be a big kudu bull. And then a Gimsbuck is like my favorite animal over there. They just look so African to me that I've killed some really great Gimsbuck, but their cows are real long. The bulls can still be long, but they're more massive. And they just get big long swords on their heads, and they're badass. So I'm like, man, I'd like to kill just a heavy Gimsbuck bull if we see one. So
hell yeah,
we'll see. And I think this time, if besides if I get a Cape Buffalo, I'd love to do like a floor pedestal, just a big angry floor pedestal mount. But everything else, I think I want to do a Euro. Having as much shoulder mounts as I have now, I'm like, man, a bunch of African Euros would just be really cool and save me a lot of money. So
I think about that shit all the time, talking to my wife about going anywhere else and hunting. She's like, well, how much wall space do you have? What are you going to do with this? I'm like, well, I can make it a pedestal. I can make it a this. I could just Euro it, depending on how much I want to spend on taxidermy.
Yeah, you figure it out, but Euros are cool, especially on like African horned animals and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
So without like trying to go completely broke.
Right. That's always a factor.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's part of the reason. That's one of the reasons. One of our missions in starting this podcast and trying to make it successful is we were trying to like offset some of the cost of some of the hunting and fishing adventures we want to go on. Yeah. Like we go on a pretty big fishing trip every year with a bunch of damn good friends, and we've had some hunting trips that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to go on without raising a little bit of money, doing something extra, a little bit of side hustle. But we've also been really charitable, so it's not all about us making money. I think that was what started out our success. Really, is people bought in with us on the charity side of things that we were doing. But thinking about taxidermy bills and going hunting out west and the price of gas right now and all that stuff, this is really what we're trying to build.
Yeah. I mean that's what we thought about too. It's like, man, if we can get the WCB to pay for itself, like some of the subscriptions you need and all that stuff to keep it rolling, then pay for some hunting shit, be really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it helps.
We're getting there slowly.
Mm-hmm. So you've been hunting all over the world, man, and I've followed and just looking at some of the pictures of everything. Where's your favorite place you've been able to hunt?
Man, I just like hunting.
I'm with you.
I mean, South Africa is a special place. It's like it's built for bow hunters, and it's hard to explain until you see it. And there's a lot of people who are like, man, I've just never had the interest, and I full blown get it. But when you go there and you get to experience it, it's like, I'm doing this as much as I can, South Texas is amazing. I mean, there's so many cool spots. There's so many cool things to hunt.
Yeah.
South Africa is special though. It's just like once you leave, you just keep thinking about it until you can go again.
And some of the cautious people in my life have always brought up, well, are you worried about anything when you go to South Africa? They're killing Christians in some regions over there. Have you ever felt like you're in danger at any time over there?
No, not me personally. I mean, I'm not going to walk around Johannesburg alone.
Yeah.
Johannesburg's a big city you land in typically. I'm definitely not going to walk around Johannesburg alone or without one of my South African buddies that I trust really well, for sure.
Right.
Not doing that alone. No, I've never had an issue. No.
Gotcha.
I've never felt that way. Now I know certain spots, you could feel uneasy for sure. But I could feel that way in the south side of Chicago, 2.5 hours from my house right now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to know you just got to be smart.
And I think about that all the time too. There's craziness everywhere we go. You know, driving through New Orleans when we go down south to go fishing and going down to Venice. I mean, New Orleans is pretty cool, neat place to visit, but there's no hunting in New Orleans. I don't really care to be around that many people and some of the nastiness and you know, there are cartel groups that frequent there selling drugs and this and that, so I avoid that shit.
I know a few of them. If you need a hookup,
Well,
Cartel.
drugs. That is.
as long as they can mail them to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everyone thinks I'm like a musician in South Africa. Like all the airport workers and stuff always do this at me or like this. And I think they think my bow case is a guitar case because I don't look like a hunter. I don't really dress like a hunter usually. And like, I'm not wearing camo in the airport like a lot of guys do. And the first year I went there,
like kind of a rock star, man.
Yeah, I'm like, they probably just think I'm like a drummer or guitar player for some band they've never even heard of anyway. So I'm just like,
rock on, dude.
I don't know what they think, but yeah, the first year I went, they were like doing that to me walking through the airport. And I just play along. I'm like, yep, cool.
So you grew up in Illinois, didn't you?
Yep, yeah, I grew up and still live in Illinois.
Have you grown up whitetail hunting? Then I guess that's probably where it all started.
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. Yeah, since I was 10ish, grew up all about whitetails. I never really. I never really hunted anything else. I mean, turkeys, but no small game, no waterfowl, bow hunting only, basically.
Have you ever been waterfowl hunting?
Never gone. No interest.
No interest. Oh, okay.
I mean, if I filled my tags for whitetails at home and I had nothing to do and someone was like, hey, I got everything, you just want to come sit and go, I would go. But by the time I've hunted so hard and filled my whitetail tags, I have to kind of like be here and pick up on all the things that didn't get done while I went out and stemmed out on whitetails for however long I was hunting them. And then next thing I know, we're rolling into our show season, which is a major part of our business. So it's kind of crazy. It's like every time if I shoot a buck and tag on, I'm like, oh man, just in time, because I had all this just get dumped on my plate. It just seems that way. And then next thing you know, it's like starts with the shows in January and then it's nonstop until really now, June.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the same kind of stuff my wife says. Deer season ends. She's like, all right, deer season's over. You're going to be home for a while now. I'm like, well, actually, we got this Show Me Whitetails Expo we're going to go to, and we got our whatever going on. We got a gun show we're going to go visit, an NRA banquet. We got an NWTF banquet, and yeah.
We're doing that show this year, or next year, I guess, the Show Me Whitetail Expo.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I mean, I love the expos, but it's a grind. It's every weekend, So that's the thing. It's like, man, by the time I kind of want to catch up on business stuff, and then when I'm not at work, just soak up some time with my kids and everything, and
of course
before we go. So, man, me picking up like waterfowl hunting on the back end of deer hunting would just be dangerous. And it seems like our hunting bleeds into our summer, which is a great thing. I'm not complaining at all, but we get busier and busier, which is the best problem you could ever want. Getting an opportunity to go do things. But I just have to kind of throttle on, throttle off when I have to. So it's a good thing I don't waterfowl hunt.
Dude, I'm excited for Brian and Cody to listen to this. We got a couple of damn good friends that are pro staffers that we just announced. They're I don't think they listened to your podcast yet, but they're going to after this. I actually talked to Cody today. I'm like, you got to listen to WCB because you'll know who this guy is once you hear his voice and everything. You got a distinctive voice, but they're big waterfowl hunters, and we host a big bucks contest in Missouri. So kind of like Quest, but a little different, a little better, I think. But we're going to have our award ceremony at the Show Me Whitetail Expo next year. That Friday night is going to be kind of like a party with an award ceremony attached to it. We're going to provide all the food and drinks and whatnot for it for the end of the hunting contest. But our buddy Cody, he's huge into waterfowl, and he's not going to be in our tournament this year. And I was like, man, what the heck? He's like the complete opposite of what you're talking about. Yeah. He's got limited time, and he's going to make sure he's in a duck blind. So
yeah, I mean, I'd probably be that same way if I would have just started waterfowl hunting before I started whitetail hunting, you know. But
Yep.
yeah, I think it's neat. I respect it. I'll tell you this: I don't want to be anywhere near waterfowl people at trade shows. Like, put them outside. Like, yes, that call works, and it's loud, and they all sound the same. We're good, you know. Like,
Must you demo it for every single person that walks by? There's 10,000 people here.
Yeah, you got to put show promoters, put the waterfowl guys outside. All due respect and love.
That is fucking hilarious.
It's true though, dude. Every hardcore bow hunter does not want to hear waterfowl calls at a show. It's the worst. I don't even, and I like turkey hunting, but even like an NWTF, it's like, all right, stop. They work, yes. Fuck.
Hear you clucking, knock it off.
It's good. Everyone's fine. But yeah, no, it's luckily I know a lot of the show promoters like don't put us anywhere near any waterfowl call companies. Just keep us away from them. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't after a 10-hour shift at a show, like that would fry your fucking brain,
dude.
It'll be echoing in your fucking ear.
Yeah, Friday through Sunday night.
Them damn goose calls, man. You know, the ducks kind of have a different ring to it. I'm not going to say I want to listen to it all day, but them damn goose calls. We had a New Year's Eve party at the house, and those little party fucking kazoo things, whatever they are. My buddy, Brian Hopfer, that he goose hunts a lot also, figured out he could make it sound like a goose, and that's what I heard all night at my house. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, boys, come on.
That was like an alcohol-induced.
Someone had a... Yep, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was an alcohol-induced call, though.
Shit, yeah.
We had, I can't remember what show we were at. We had somebody had a bird dog of some kind behind us at a booth, and that fucking dog barked the whole show. And I'm like, I almost walked around, I'm like, why do you have it here? Like, you think that's not like bothering everybody? Like, we're trying to keep our sanity here, man.
We talk about dogs at a show. Did you see that? Were you there the morning of Deer and Beer Fest last year when the dog shit on the floor?
No,
dude.
No.
Oh, please tell the story.
No one was videoing, but I came walking through, just looking at seeing who all was showing up early. Was not looking at the fucking floor, and this dog had just put a pile on the floor.
And
I almost.
Oh.
You did step in, or you almost did?
Oh, I know I did. I almost did the fucking splits. I slipped on it.
Oh my god!
It was fucking awful. I was so fucking mad. I was cussing at everybody around me.
You want to watch me just blow off the top? That's one way to do it, right there.
Yeah.
Listen, from the outside perspective, being behind him, that dude almost ate shit. Stormed outside, was in the grass. There's a video floating around on my phone somewhere of me videoing him. I finally caught up with him, and he's in the grass. He's like, "Well, I fucking stepped in a giant pile of shit this morning."
Oh my god, yeah, that's the worst.
And I was wearing Hey Dudes.
Hey Dudes and Vans. You step in dog shits. It's just the worst time. Yeah.
It was right around the corner from Waddell's booth, and I was probably looking to see if he was there early enough or whatever.
Well, you were right by us then when that happened.
It was right by the Element camo place.
Oh, yeah. As I was walking out the door, I was like, whose fucking dog is this? Why? What the fuck, man? Why did you not let your dog do this outside?
Why didn't they pick it up?
Yeah. When I came back, there was a shoebox over it. I'm like, no, someone cleaned that shit up. Who did it? Whose dog is it?
Dude, yeah.
Anyways, I digress.
Look, it's
from the things I would do if it happened to me.
Since we're on the podcast with you, man, I am going to go ahead and open this bottle.
You're going to ruin the value.
I feel like I'll buy another one and I'll have another label, but I'll fill it up with some tea and it'll look like it's what it is.
Just like it, yeah.
Collector's item.
I like that whiskey, I do, but I've drank so much of it in an aggressive manner that I only drink it after I kill stuff now.
That's that's the purpose of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For turkey season, we always have a bottle of Long Branch, but for the past few years, we haven't been real successful with turkey hunting. So,
well, when that launched, that whiskey launched in November of 2024. In the week, it launched on a Monday, I believe. I had killed a big buck on Sunday. Kill Bottle Whiskey launched on a Monday. And then I think Thursday I killed a 200-inch deer all in 1 week. So you can imagine how much of that I drank in a week.
It was coming out your pores, bro.
I was hungover for like 2 months. Yeah, it took years off my life. Like, so bad that but the pictures of my buck, I was in Saddle Hunter magazine and North American Whitetail with that deer, and my face is just swollen from fucking alcohol, like in the worst way. I should have like dunked my face in ice. I just like the photos. I should have, if I could have found a walk-in freezer, I would have froze the buck upright and took my photos a week later, but I didn't. But it was just bad. It was so much fun. Like, I had 30 people here at the studio waiting for me when I got back with them in the truck. It was just the coolest. I mean, it was one of the best weeks of my life, honestly.
And I assume that's the biggest deer of your life.
Yeah. I killed a 160 and some change buck, a clean, typical 9-pointer on Sunday night, and then a 2, a 3, and 5/8 Thursday night.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that launched, and then I had all my friends from Utah and Pennsylvania and everywhere else staying at our studio for our middle of the map camp. It was just chaos. It was
that's awesome.
Both Illinois kills.
Yep.
Damn, I was yelling at you there. So
yeah,
do you just during season you just have a bottle in the truck or in your whatever ready to go?
It just lives here at the studio.
Oh, you're close to the studio.
Yeah, this is like the hub during seasons. Everybody comes back here with their deer and stuff. So
okay,
that's freaking awesome.
It's a check-in station.
The check-in station, yeah,
it really is. We had some ideas. I guess we could still do it. We thought about painting like a mural on the whole back of our building and having like a buck pole where people could come up, like hoist their deer up and take a photo with the mural.
Oh, that would be sweet.
A little bit of effort to get it done, but we could definitely do it. Just take some effort. So
that's a great idea. We should get a giant banner and do that.
Yeah,
I mean, we have a few banners. Like, we just don't use them for anything yet.
I just had to find somebody that can paint an entire mural on the back of our brick building. But just one of those ideas, like, oh, that'd be neat, you know.
Wonder how much something like that would cost.
I don't know. Probably more than.
I don't know.
But it'd be worth
everything we do. I think about how much it costs now. So
I imagine a few $1,000s minimum to even have the conversation. So I don't know. It'd be neat, but yeah, like the studio's the hub. We own 2 buildings in our little town that we're in, and able to just operate out of here. And people stay here. We have like a camp room built, and it just turns into like hunting camp. It's a super good time. So.
And you mainly hunt Illinois. Go ahead, Max. Sorry.
Is your town small?
Yeah. I think New Windsor's probably just under 600 people total, like in the main little village, you know. And we're on the main drag. You know, Highway 17 rolls right through New Windsor, and there's the church. There's 2 bars, fire department, WCB. So right on the main run. So it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty awesome.
That's awesome that there's 2 bars for 600 people. Most of the places I know are tiny. They don't have that many bars.
Yeah, right across from the grain elevator. So
yeah, buddy.
Got everything we need. So, and a bank. We do have a bank. So a bank and a diesel shop now. We're booming. Like, it's actually.
That's all small town USA needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been cool. We've been in New Windsor for 5 years in April since we purchased the first building, then we bought the other building and connected them and remodeled that other building. So it's been a grind, but it's finally coming together. I never feel like it's done. We need to do like a video tour of it to show the place, because I don't think there's anything else like it in the hunting space, especially in the hunting podcast space. So we need to just get buttoned up and then just do a tour of it and show it. But we haven't done that because I always feel like, oh, I got more deer heads coming, or this is a project that needs done. We need to redo that.
Dude, it's never going to be perfect.
I know, but that's my head. I'm waiting for it to be perfect to film our tour. I need to just film the tour and then do an update years later. So
there you go. You remember during COVID, there was the the Facebook page, the COVID or the quarantine beer chugs or whatever. It was
Never saw that.
it blew up, and there was like fucking 3 million people that were on it or something like that.
Mhm.
I was trying to start a trend of a man cave because we ended up being home for 2 weeks, and I was doing different shit every day in my man cave, like moving my deer heads around, moving whatever fucking taxidermy I had around, and trying to do different things.
Yeah.
And I had this was before podcast or anything we were even thinking about. I was just fucking bored at home during COVID, but maybe something like that though. Like, go ahead and do one now and show what changes next year for season or whatever.
Yeah, we should. It's I mean, now it's a full blown. Depends how detailed we want to get. My favorite part about it, I do like decorating stuff. Like anything blank, I have an issue with. Like if this studio table is empty for long enough, I'll just start setting shit on it. My arms, they just can't be blank. I start filling things up. So when it comes to the walls in this place, there's something hanging on every square inch. So, and what's cool over the years, we've got a lot of just collectibles and memorabilia and gifts from people and stuff that we've collected for the last 11 years that are brand specific or something someone made for us. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in the studio hanging up that we have room for, now to hang up and show off and stuff. So it would be cool. We could do a detailed tour and kind of run through what each thing's hanging on the wall and why it's there and stuff like that.
Heck yeah. So
Cool.
you primarily hunt in Illinois. Do you hunt any other states regularly? Like for whitetail, I mean. Yeah. Be specific.
I mean, like I've hunted Missouri. I've hunted Indiana. I'm going to Kansas this fall. But on the regular, no, because I'm so invested in my time, money, property, mental, everything, and the deer that I'm hunting in Illinois, that it's for me to be like, yep, I'm leaving late October to go hunt wherever. I just can't do it if I have open tags here for at home. I just have so much blood, sweat, and tears and just mental strain on these deer that I'm not going to leave to go somewhere else.
You've built up something special then.
Yeah, it's just hard. And I'm fortunate if I do get invites, like I had an invite from a guy's like, man, I'm going to set you up in Western Nebraska. Come on out and hunt some whitetails late October. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I'm honored, but you can't get me out of Illinois late October. I'm waiting on that first cold front. I'm not leaving home during those times. That's what I think about all year round. I'm at home. So
we are in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Mac, I feel like we're guilty of this though, because we've had a couple of we've been getting into coyote hunting a little bit more. We've had a couple coyote hunters on, and we've been invited by 3 or 4 different coyote groups, and I think we've told yes to all of them, but we have not gone yet.
Yeah, coyote hunting's cool. It's fun.
Maybe we need to start saying no until we're ready or something.
It is cool, and they just opened up the thermal season in Missouri this year, so it's 270 something days now or something like that, Corey. I'm way off there, but they really opened it up
until September.
Yeah, and so now these guys are really hammering it hard, and they're like, "Man, come hunt with us. We'll put you on dogs." We're like, "Yeah," but this is kind of like our downtime where we get to do other things, because in about 2 months, starting in August, when we go to Deer and Beer Fest, it's fucking hit the ground running, and we are full speed into hunting.
Yeah, it's nonstop, and like our August is crazy. Like, I mean, I'm going to hunt Nilgai in South Texas this year, and then it's just this hunting season bleeds further and further into the summer every year, which is fucking great. I love it. But yeah, and it's like, oh shit, but we have the Whitetail Social we do with Blackgate Trail Cams. That's in Ohio, and that's a great time. It's just Cody Christian's going to play. It's pretty much just going to be a Cody Christian festival and give away a bunch of hunting gear and bullshit with, people will come out and listen to the show and the guys from Blackgate. And then Illinois Deer and Beer Fest. And then, I'm going to South Dakota in September. Then we come back, Kansas in October, and then I'm glued to Illinois until I fill tags or whatever happens,
Fill tags and then don't go duck hunting. I get it.
Yes. Fill tags and don't go waterfowl hunting. Yeah.
Our deer season opens up in 15 September, and we'll pretty much be doing nothing but whitetail hunting in Missouri. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there, we try to piece in like a bear hunt. We'll go out to Pennsylvania and try to catch their season. But even the last 4 or 5 years that we've gone out there, it's always been the second week of rifle season here, which is kind of like one of our last closeouts for the season. And when our tags aren't filled, you're like, man, this sucks. I'm leaving right now. I need to really fill that tag.
Right. Yeah, I get that. Leaving anywhere that you're hunting and having an unfilled tag is tough. Now, I think there are exceptions to that rule when it comes to like your home whitetails. Like 1 year, I had a general Wyoming elk tag, and I grinded hard for 10 days to try and kill him with a bow, and it just didn't work out. Should have and didn't. And then my buddy Trey's like, "Why don't you come back out? You can shoot one with a rifle in October." So I did leave and went out and killed an elk in October. Like if someone's like, "Hey, come shoot red stag wherever in October," I would go. But I'll tell you, if it was the first 2 weeks of November, I wouldn't leave. I would not leave for that,
Yeah.
But I can give up some of it for certain types of like adventure and experiences that you just don't come around very.
For sure.
Like a stag would be one, an elk would be one.
There's
Well,
things you
that's
said.
it's pretty short though.
Short as hell, like it's real short. Yeah.
Yep. I know all about that. So
I think that's fair. I think it's justified, but I just like my whitetail so much. And the more hunts I do out of state, and then more the more animals that I have like the experience of hunting other than whitetails, like whatever it may be, the more I love whitetails in a way. I like all that other stuff too, but I appreciate whitetails even more when I come back to them. I don't know how to explain it.
It's still my favorite animal to hunt.
Yeah.
Hands down.
by far,
For sure.
I can't. But you know what? Maybe you said it right. There's no really words to put together in it. But when you have, especially bow hunting for a whitetail, long range is cool. But when you've got a 150-inch buck or bigger in at 15 yards and your heart's pumping, and then you miss, damn, how bad do you want to hunt that deer again? Like I feel like I probably shouldn't think about missing as much as I do, but I've missed more big deer than I've killed. So, but it's all because of that buck fever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I kind of had some instances like that last fall. I had no shot, didn't miss him, but I had my target buck in like 3 times in 5 days. And then it's like, but after the second time, I'm like, I'm not going to get him. I just know how rare opportunities are with a bow like that. You get one usually. And my whole thing was like, God dang, I just cashed on all my close encounters. Like, you just don't get more than that usually, unless you're grinding. And I was, which is why I got the opportunities I got in such a short span. But
Mac, you had that this year on that Big 12 that you were chasing.
Sure did.
He had like one good encounter.
160s, 170, dude. He was a monster. And like you said, I grinded, and I had one opportunity, and it was missed. And I didn't shoot. I didn't get a shot. I didn't have an opportunity to shoot. But he came close. I mean, there's a video of him being about 10 yards away from being able to shoot at him, and he left. And he was smart, but I know this area pretty well. I know a lot of the people in my community, so he's still out there somewhere, and no one got him. So hopefully this year I'll get on him.
Could be bigger.
He'll be a monster.
Or I will. We'll see.
Or you will if you're coming here. Listen, the very next day was the opening day of rifle season for Missouri, and I put my wife in the exact spot that I saw that dude, because I told her I had my opportunity in life. This is your chance now. And of course, it didn't happen for her either, but I ended up killing a 10-point that morning in a different spot. But I got my chance. I swung. I missed. I didn't get to swing. I watched the pitch go by, but it is what it is. That's hunting. That's what makes me want it so much more. I want to get back out there again, and I want to drive to try to get him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it makes it way better when you pull it off. This doesn't really make sense a whole lot, but some guys I grew up hunting with, the older guys, always said if it was easy, the Girl Scouts would do it. And for some reason, I'm just like, I get it a little bit, but it's like I just say that, and people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You know what? I like that a lot better than everybody says. If it's easy, everybody would do it. Well, if it's easy, the Girl Scouts would do it. You should coin that shit.
That. Kind of a diss on the Girl Scouts. I mean, they've been hustling great cookies for years, so let's not
into that.
If it was easy, there wouldn't be a crossbow season. People wouldn't have crossbows.
You know, we've had that discussion on the podcast too.
It's a whole can of worms, you know.
That was a whole joke. Whenever I had my shoulder surgery, everyone's like, "You're gonna have to get a crossbow." Now I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna figure this out."
Yeah, what do you think I've heard for the last 2.5 weeks?
I bet. Those are what we call
like,
damn good friends.
Yeah. Oh, my listeners been eating me up because we dropped that shirt that says crossbows are gay. And then we did that whole skit, and I don't know. I think I was like asking for it or something, or some sort of like crossbow karma. But I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to use a crossbow." I'm like, "No, get the fuck out of my face!" Like, yeah, maybe you would. Like I'm not dead. I can still figure it out. It's not fun to draw back a bow, but it's kind of like point proven when someone's like, they're the same thing. Like the internet guys that crossbow hunt, like it's the same thing. Like it's not the same thing because I drew back my 70-pound bow 2 days ago and it hurt like fuck. And you know what doesn't hurt like fuck? That
At all.
I can do that without.
Didn't sprain my index finger.
Yeah. So
now
even
for the DGF listeners out there, we're talking shit on the crossbows, but if you have a serious injury and you can't pull back a bow, we're only going to make fun of you once.
That goes without saying, though.
You know what I mean? There's like certain people, and we have some friends in our group that are that way. They've had some bad injuries, so they shoot crossbows. My wife she's got a shoulder replacement. She'll shoot a crossbow.
Yeah.
But it's like they have injuries. They're old or they're hurt. If you're a healthy 40-year-old male and you're shooting a crossbow, you're a bitch. I said it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I agree. I mean, it's beat down. Well, I even get slight. Everyone's like, yeah, but what about the ladies? I'm like, nah.
Dude,
equal rights.
I've got an argument against that all day long. When I started bow hunting when I was 10 years old, and I could pull back 45 pounds, and I got up to 50 pounds in a hurry. If you've got a 30 to 40-year-old girlfriend that can't pull back a bow, maybe don't have her hunt yet.
Yeah, that's a whole. I mean, I agree with you, but you're asking for it.
Yeah,
we'll see how much hate we get on that.
Hey, I used a crossbow for 2 years when I tore my shoulders apart. Yeah, it hurt like hell, but I recovered.
I have a picture of you behind a little buck with a crossbow.
You do, because I was hurt and I was injured and it hurt like hell. I couldn't do it, but I recovered so I could pull my bow back. But I wasn't also, it was one of those mentalities in my mind, I'm not going to miss hunting season. Like that.
Totally. Now, yeah, if I have 2 broken shoulders, I'd have to swallow a lot of pride.
Oh,
but you know, and I don't really. It's more of a gimmick that I'm like hating on it that hard. But it's like it's more just. I'm just trying to bully the gay out of people.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I swallowed in those 2 years. It wasn't pride. It was probably something else.
Yeah,
but I did do it so that I could still go hunting.
Yeah,
did you just say bully the gay out of people?
Yeah, pray the gay away. You know. Pride Month, we got to talk about it. So,
oh God, bless America.
Yeah, dude. Whatever. It's bullying works when done correctly. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that kids should get bullied for no reason. But do I think kids that are dressing like cats and going to school? Yeah, you got to bully those kids. Yeah,
some kids deserve it.
Yeah, you got to bully those kids. Those people. That's why the words we got all soft, and then. Yeah, and this whole thing. And then it's like bled into the hunting community a little bit. And
maybe we could bully those kids to the archery range and make them fucking grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something. But
something.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a whole topic that you maybe do or don't want to get into. But I'm not doing the crossbow avenue with my children. I'm not.
Good. Same.
You know, I think like I'll spare some of the offensive things I'm going to say about it. But I just want. I want to get my kids into archery to enjoy spending time with them doing archery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's an angle of the bow hunting and hunting realm and the heritage, as far as I look at for my family, that if I just skip them to the crossbow, no one goes out and shoots crossbows at a 3D course for enjoyment.
Right.
When's the last time someone that's a crossbow hunter be like, man, I shot 100 bolts yesterday?
No.
Right.
You don't ever hear one of them say that.
No, I shot 3 at 0 I'm dialed at 125 yards.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, but you know, it's something you can be like, oh yeah, I put new whisker biscuits on. Literally, I did this. I'm not just saying this example. I don't know. A few days ago, the kids got little compound bows. Went to F6 and bought them like legit little compounds that they can pull back, and they had the rest they had because they're shooting victory arrows that are like one's a one. My son's shooting 1,000 spine victories, and my daughter's shooting 800 spine victories, and the arrows are so skinny that the little 3 bristle rest they have, it's falling down into the bristles. So I took those rests off and put on like legit full containment whisker biscuits. So now when they draw back, because they're the way they draw, being kids, their arrow doesn't fall off the rest. So now they just enjoy shooting way more because they can knock their own arrow and draw and it shoots straighter and all that. But that's just something we're gonna get to do to enjoy together. Like I'm planning on taking to a bunch of 3D shoots this summer that if I just didn't get them into that, it's like, well, I just have them crossbow until they're older, then they'll get a real bow. I just don't seem that's how it works. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I think it'd be tough for me if I got started on a crossbow when I was a kid. I'd be like, man, bow hunting is difficult. I don't want to do that.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
as easy.
why
Right?
do that? I've already been doing this. I don't want to do that now. You know?
I enjoyed all the other factors and fundamentals that go into compound hunting. I never shot a crossbow until I was in college, I think. But there's something to be said about getting together with the guys and gals, whoever wants to shoot, and have it. You got a case of beer, you set it down, and you go out to the target after you've had a few beers, and you put a fucking bottle cap up there, and all right, who's got $5, or I bet you I can hit that bottle cap before you do, kind of shit. That's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're talking last night. We did a show in here. We had a bunch of the guys in. I'm like, man, I'm having an archery party at my house this summer. I have like a range, and I'm just throwing an archery party to get people together to shoot and stuff. I'm like, man, we should do that like once, like a random Saturday night or Friday night at all of our houses one year. Austin's building a new house. I'm like, well, when you're ready and you get your range up, like, let's all get together and shoot archery and have a couple cold ones and just have fun shooting, you know? So
I'm building a range in my backyard right now too. That's made me think of it. I'm in the process of building one out in my basement's like has a door, it opens up, and so I'm gonna build one outside the back door right here to my left. And so I'm like, I have a gun, like a pistol, and up to 100-yard range on my back field. That set up with a big backdrop. That's not the right word, but yeah. So we shoot there a lot. We shoot a lot of pistols and rifles there. But I'm like, I'm gonna set up a bow one right here, so we can be in here at the bar, have some drinks. Got the beer fridge. You can stand right in this back door and shoot if you want to.
Yep. Yeah, I got like same thing. I have that set up, and I'm wanting to do a few things to like make it look not as white trash from the road, stuff like that, you know. And then I have like this pergola deck in my backyard, and the night of my archery party is the same night McGregor returns to fight. So I'm gonna get a Starlink, and I'm gonna run a TV out to my pergola, so we'll shoot all night and then watch McGregor fight.
Fuck yeah!
So and then I got a Grizzly 450 cooler that I'm just gonna make like a community potluck of drinks and just like fill it with ice and throw your drinks in there and call it a day. So,
hell yeah,
man, dude, talk dirty to me.
What that?
I said, talk dirty to me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're gonna have so many beers in that thing to drain it. I'm gonna have to get my tractor with the forks to pick it up and drain the water out of it. You know,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude. Speaking of which, and I'm not trying to get off topic, but I'm not a fanboy McGregor fan. But I'm excited he's coming back to fight Max Holloway because I am a Max Holloway fan, and I'm getting close to where I'm probably going to put money on Max Holloway to fucking knock him out.
I love them both.
Yeah,
I love them both.
Who's going to win, Curt?
Probably Max Holloway, but
okay.
I mean, Max Holloway is an absolute gangster, and McGregor hasn't fought in 5 years. So. Yeah, I mean, of course, the odds are in the favor, but I mean, I don't know. I think McGregor's is special, so you never know. That's what makes it fun.
He fought Jake Gyllenhaal in that movie, kicked his ass, I think.
True, he did. Yeah, Roadhouse or whatever. Yeah, that is true. I did watch that. I'll bet on McGregor in hopes that he does win just for the hell of it. Like I threw money down on Strickland. Not a lot of money, just like I should have thrown a lot more down because I would have made it. But
dude, I lost money on that one. I did not think Strickland was going to win. Fucking damn it.
I just felt like I don't know. I just had a feeling. I love Sean Strickland.
He's just a dog, man. Put him in a fight. Put him in a corner, and he will come out.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a psychopathic dog, though. Like,
I love it.
I get it. He's got a fucked up past, but man, the therapy, your only therapy is destroying people. And I guess that's okay. That is okay.
He made a profession out of it. They banned him
Fuck
from the
that.
White House fight.
Oh,
They
really?
banned him from it
Yeah, they said the White House didn't clear him to attend.
Why his
because
past?
of his mental case.
Probably that, and probably it's because he's just always shooting guns and shit, and they're like, this guy's a threat. Who knows? I could say some shit of why he's not allowed, and he knows it too, because I watch his Instagram feed, but
Damn.
he's like, I'm not Israeli enough to show up to the White House car, is what he kept saying.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's great.
Mac, who do you think's gonna win, McGregor or Holloway?
What's that?
Mac, who do you think's gonna win, McGregor or Holloway?
Man,
That's the
I think
next
Max
big one,
Holloway is
man.
a freaking dog, but I think McGregor is always been a wild card in every fight he's ever fought in, and he can throw hands like nobody's business. And Max Holloway's been knocked down quite a bit, so I'm gonna go with. I think McGregor will win. I think if he catches him one on the chin,
I'll be betting
McGregor's a
using
lot
him
more
doing it.
dense than Holloway.
He's thick. He's
Mhm.
thick when he cuts weight. He's thick.
It'll be fun. I don't know. I'm excited for that day, shooting bows and eating good food and watching fights. It's like the American dream.
it is. We're gonna be in Michigan fishing out up there on a charter, and we're gonna come back and watch the fights. It's gonna be
Perfect.
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. We
That'll be
we
fun.
raffled off a fishing trip, buying chances to go fishing with damn good friends, and we had a couple of fishing guides up there at Lake St. Clair in Michigan, and so the guys that turns out one of our good buddies in Pennsylvania won, and he called us that same night and was like guys, I can't go that week. I have my kids, and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, well shit. And he donated it to another one of our damn good friends, so it looks rigged. Swear to God, it's not though.
Yeah.
Full
That's one of those
disclaimer.
things you're like, shit, how do we explain this?
Yeah.
Yep. We're
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
we're planning to do a podcast on Friday night on Thursday night on the way up, and then Friday night after we go fishing the first day, and then Saturday night we're gonna watch the fight. So we're not gonna record anything then, but yeah,
Perfect. Perfect.
it's gonna be fucking
Yeah, it
fun.
sounds fun. I'm not a fisherman either. I enjoy it when I go, but just not into it.
Dude, putting those things together, and I try to find them outside of whitetail hunting as well. I am like I have a goal. It's like my I guess New Year's goal this year. I do want to go duck hunting with my buddies 3 times, and
Mhm.
I love going fishing with groups. And honestly, it goes around our whole damn good friends thing. One of our missions with Damn Good Friends Outdoors is to go on adventures and figure out where the good fishing guides are, where the good hunting guides are, the good places to go hunting with a group, or the best duck blinds, and share that with people and say, hey, if you haven't tried this or if you've been putting this off, we highly recommend get with your buddies and go do this because it was the experience of a lifetime, and share everything about it. Whether we, are puking off a boat trying to catch some tuna, or if we fucking worn ourselves out catching and killing alligators in South Florida. So it's that's like our mission message, I think, is we're not just here to work and pay taxes. We're here to make memories, and in our case in the outdoors with damn good friends.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
love it, dude.
yeah.
We share the same mindset and all that. I've been on a tirade, since my dad passed. It's kind of been like, fuck, life's short. I gotta rip it up while I'm here. So I've been on that program a little bit. So
But yeah,
Well, yeah,
you
man.
only die once. You live every day.
that's right. Well, I'm trying. South Africa is going to be the shit. I highly recommend you guys ever get a chance to go. You got to do it. It's so fun.
Are you going with a
It's going to
group?
happen.
Yeah, I'm hosting a group over there. I'm hosting a week, and then Doug and Eric are hosting their own weeks. One in July and then one in August. So,
What's entailed in hosting a week?
so we just had like Kurt's week, Eric's week, Doug's week, and then we do it with Legendary African Safaris, our guy Stuart Pringle. So what we did is we do a South African hunt clinic every February, and we throw together special hunt packages to kind of like show people how attainable it is, how to get there, what gear to bring, do's and don'ts, what animals you can do, taxidermy, shipping, all the stuff. And then people can book and they can choose what week they want to go. So, yeah, we're there on the week that people booked with us to go with Legendary African Safaris. And then Yeah, we
So
just kind of
they're not people you know then.
some booked that I do know, and then some I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah, in
Awesome.
the past, it's been weeks with people that I don't know at all, and made friends with people in camp.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so anybody can go. The next one we do, we're not going to go back for a few years, but we'll probably only do 2 weeks, and then we're going to it'll be really a limited number of people that can go. So a
Gotcha.
lot of people get cold feet and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm scared," and then they back out. So we're gonna structure it significantly differently in the future. So
What are you
Makes
scared
sense.
of?
if everyone get in their head, like,
Lions?
"Oh, it's dangerous." This, yeah, lions, the travel, it's scary.
Dude,
The thought of it's scary.
the only thing that scares me at all is I know like you have your idea of what like the initial cost. Like mine's all money, the initial cost. But then when you get there, you're like, God, I mean, there's more to hunt here. So how much more? What more is in my budget? That's the only thing that really scares me. And then getting my
That's all on
trophies
you,
back.
Yeah, that's all on you. The cool thing about, well, certain thing I shouldn't say. If you book, I'll fill you in because there's ways to do the shipping.
Yeah.
This
Well,
guy up
I'm
here,
not
Corey,
booking
is
right now.
talking like money scares him, but this dude's got money.
Shit.
He's the richest poor person I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah. Well,
Can you elaborate on that, Mac? Because I think you're full of shit.
well, I'll tell you this. I've had a lot of people go up that are on a budget. And I'm like, all right, well, here's the thing. Like, pick 3 animals. 3 animals you'd really like to hunt. And if you stick to those 3 animals, you're going to hunt all week because you're hunting for those animals. You don't always see those animals. It's not just like one's going to walk out, you shoot it, cool, and then shoot the next one, and then you're done in a day. Pick 3 animals. Say, pick the big animal, like your number 1, and then 2 would be like a medium animal, and then 3 would be like a cheaper, smaller plains game animal, an impala, a blessed buck, a spring buck, something smaller. But like kudu is normally most people's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Kudu are the big spiral horn.
They're fucking cool looking.
They're badass. They're like the elk of South Africa. That and a sable. You ask a PH, what's better, a sable or a kudu, and they'll be like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Yeah. So I always say like pick a big one, and then a medium one would be like blue wildebeest, a Gims buck, a water buck, something of that variation.
Yeah.
And then you're working. You're doing a lot for not a lot of money there, especially compared to like a guided elk hunt in the States. You're already cheaper for 3 animals.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah. And then, get them back. You can mount them or you can Euro them. And
so and I've heard through different, outfitters or whatever out there, what's the average, you would say, cost of 3 animals if you're only hunting 3 animals?
you can't even really answer that because you'd have to nail it. Because there's a list and it's all like, it sounds crazy to say, but like from year to year, there's a market value on, and then also it depends on the gas prices. Like flights were not cheap this year because of the gas prices. They were the most expensive I've seen, like by 2.5 times, almost 3 times from the first year I went.
Like I gotta take out a small mortgage just to get to Deer and Beer Fest, so I get it.
Yeah, so a lot of it really just depends. And I could start scaling out like, it's going to be this to this, but like it really just depends on what you want to shoot. I'd have to be like, go nail down what speaks to you, what interests you.
Mm-hmm.
Throw together 3 animals. And even then, I don't know exactly. I could find out, but I'll get you a rough guess about what it would probably be.
Gotcha.
But my guess is it would surprise you on what it, you know what I mean? I would bet that it's cheaper than you think it is.
I would imagine it is too. I've got several friends that have gone there many times. I mean, Denver Lewis has gone several. We've had him on the podcast. I call him a professional celebrity hunter, but he's social media famous. He doesn't like own anything. He is sponsored, but he never talks about his sponsors that much. I don't know how that fucking works, but he's gone. We had one of our sponsors for our banquet that we hosted, Big Bear Butcher Shop, in my whiskey glass here. they just got back from Africa. Their whole family went, like him, his wife, and his kids all went, and they all had target animals they wanted to get, and then they got some extra stuff, and looked like a freaking blast. But I just, yeah, I don't know. I think that once I get my first retirement that I know I'm going to get, that's when I'm going to think about this kind of stuff a little more serious. And I hate putting stuff off because tomorrow's not promised to anybody.
Mhm.
But financially and family wise and all that stuff, I am trying to use this platform to gain knowledge and prepare for that when it gets here.
Yeah, totally understandable. I think I've seen guys go over there and stick to their budget and have a great hunt, and I've seen them wrap up. Some of them hunt all the way to the last day. Some of them hunt 3 days and killed one animal a day, and they're like, dream come true. I'm going to just enjoy the good food and cold drinks. And a lot of guys bring their wives, and it's like a vacation. It's awesome. And then I've watched guys be like, I'm only shooting this, this, and this. And then, oh, I shot 2 of these because they came in. I couldn't. And then next thing you know, it's like, they're like, damn, I got a lot. I'm like, well, yeah, dude, you shot everything. Like you did that. Like no one made you do that. You did that.
They
So
tell you the dollar signs, don't they?
yeah. Oh, they do. They do. Or you'll see like this happened our first year. I had a kudu and a zebra and something else on my list that I was priced out for my package. And a giant sable walked in. And I looked at Stuart, my PH. I'm like, can I trade the other 3 animals for this animal? He's like, yep. And I shot that sable. I'm glad I did because it'll be the biggest sable I ever see.
Very negotiable.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. I mean, it's the same money. Like,
yeah,
you're spending it.
That's super fucking
Your money.
cool.
Yeah, it's your money. If you want one animal versus paying for 3, the value of this one animal is the same as those 3. So yeah, it's the same difference. So, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I shot it. So,
well, I'm excited for you going. I hope you're not in too much pain when you're pulling your bow back to kill.
Well, I won't even feel it with the adrenaline rush. I'm sure. I hope not.
There you go.
So we'll be good. We'll be good to go.
Hell yeah!
It's coming in hot. So
outside of that, for this fall in Illinois, I mean, do you have target bucks you're already thinking about that you're gonna be chasing after? You got some plans for them?
Yeah, I have a couple. I got some game plans brewing for 2 deer specifically. And I have a couple thoughts in my head. I hunted a buck really hard, the one I said I had like close encounters with, and he ended up disappearing late season. He's not around in the summer and then shows up late October, and then he's there all fall, typically into the late season. So I don't know if he got hit by a car, shot by somebody. I never found a shed. I never found him dead, but he just disappeared. And I don't know if he just found a patch of standing beans somewhere where he summer ranges. He's an older buck. If he shows back up, no matter what he is, it's all systems go for him, just because I believe him. He's going to be 9-ish.
Wow.
Be my estimate. I had him 8. I had him 7 or 8 last fall. I think he'll be 8 or 9 this fall. Just a beast of a deer.
Damn.
He was his biggest 2 seasons ago.
Little tough warrior.
Yeah. So
Do you think he's getting smaller?
if he's around, he got a little smaller last fall than he was prior, but the year prior he threw on some extras. So the shed, I got this shed right here is actually from 3 years ago. He's just one of those deer. He's everywhere all the time. So he's hard to hunt. I'll show you the shed. This doesn't represent what he is,
Right. Well, just like any whitetail hunter, I do I have an obsession with antlers, and we do love big racks, all kinds of.
Yeah. I call this deer turn down because of the way his beam drops down. Might be hard to see, but this is, what year would this be? 23. His antler from 23.
Wow.
And he's kept that same drop, but he's just real tight, but just a heavy buck. So I think he was 5 or 6 here.
Wow. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Super
We'll see.
cool.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of hope to see him show up, to be honest. But if he does, I won't see him till late October. But So
Got a
I mean,
plan for it.
yeah. So there's that. I got options. Hopefully everything just goes well and everybody lived and all that. So that's all the details I can share.
Good.
That's all
In
you
the
should
off season,
share.
that's what we're hoping and praying for.
It's all I
Yeah.
should share, yeah, for the most part. Yeah. We'll see. I'll let the Black Gates tell me what's alive in Velvet. We can't run supplemental feed in Illinois, which is I wish we could only supplemental feed after season during the brutal winter months. It'd be cool to do it for inventory purposes in the summer, but with how many people that would abuse it, it's almost just like, it's fine. We'll figure it out. So yeah,
That's
man, we'll see.
fairly new to Missouri now. Like we used to be able to put mineral and stuff out, but the CWD craze has got all that taken down, and it's a big deal on social media with all the Missouri folks right now. Like, what the hell? I could put it in my backyard, but I can't put it in the woods. What's the freaking difference if the deer's here or there?
Yeah.
A lot of
There's that.
landowners
man.
are like, well, I'm putting it out for my cows. I don't know what to tell you. I can't tell the deer no.
You know how much of that shit gets sold in Illinois and it's illegal?
Uh-huh.
You know how many outfitters surrounding all of us got pictures of velvet bucks standing in the middle of the timber licking their lips for 2 hours straight?
Yep.
All of them.
All of
You
them.
know, it's like, it's not all of them, but they think they're hiding it, and it's like, dude, no big buck stands there for 2 hours. And they just post their timestamps, every year's in there licking his nose for.
Yep.
Man, that buck's salty.
Can't see it.
The salt content in the dirt out there in Illinois is just crazy.
And
But,
the statute of limitations is probably out. I don't have any corn or mineral or anything on the ground right now, but I did take some advice from a podcast I listened to on how good the soil is in the woods. And I had some trees that had fallen over from a storm, and the canopy opened up so there was sunlight in there. I went in and raked all the leaves back, and all I did was throw out some what was it, hot chick domain seeds, so chicory and clover. And that shit came up really good, and the deer are all over it now. Like, I'm not going to be able to keep enough seed in there for them to eat all summer.
yeah, but I mean, something.
That's not illegal.
You could do that for sure. Yeah.
Yep. That's plain.
I do it all, man. I got a big food plot game plan, and just I enjoy that part too. Whether or not every deer in the county comes to my food plot or not, the process of doing the food plot is fun for me. So that's just as big a hobby for me now as just shooting my bow is on the side of bow hunting.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, we love that stuff too.
When we're able to do it, we haven't done any of it this year except for that little spot.
Hardin goes back
I've
to
got
our full-time
in and
jobs.
some clover in. That's about all I've got, and then I didn't even do it because I was laid up. So thank God the boys from Big Time came out and did it for me. I watched. It was killing me. I wanted to run my own tractor, but Andy from Big Time.
Those are damn good friends.
They're damn good. It's like when it happened, Joe from Big Time's like, Andy, go out there and help Curt put in his stuff. Like, we got to help him get it going. Which I wanted to do it so bad, and I'm like, man, I want to run my tractor. But I just sat in the side by side and watched them and helped where I could, and got yelled at by everybody, and pretty much this is what happened. So
you'll have that. Well,
yeah.
I don't want to keep you all night, but I got two more things I want to throw in here. First off, we ask all of our guests, and having someone like you on, especially talking about your buddies coming out and helping. Give us your definition or your description of an ideal damn good friend.
Being stoked for your buddies when they kill bigger deer than you.
Oh shit,
that's so good. That's a great.
That's
answer.
a new one.
Yeah, we just talked about this the other day. I mean, with the Lee Herbuck, I mean, our buddy Lee from our crew killed a 254-inch and I don't know, whatever, some odd inch buck, and on cover North American whitetail, and just a megalodon. And we're so stoked for him. There was not an ounce of jealousy that flowed through the WCB studio. So yeah, that'd be one of my biggest ones.
And that's something different, because we talk about coming and helping when you're down and out, or helping drag a deer out, or just showing up when you are down for any reason. But you know what? I feel that, because I remember when Mac, when you killed your biggest buck, Ted.
Mm-hmm.
That big, it was a 171-inch buck. It was a fucking monster. And prior to that, and I'm not downplaying you at all, Mac, but you'd never really killed a buck that was mountable in any way. And he had that buck on camera several times. And the night before, when he wasn't hunting and the buck showed up on camera, we were all telling him how stupid he was for not hunting.
I was watching
But the
Ted
next
Lasso with
morning,
my wife drinking
oh,
wine. To be fair, I was resetting. I'd hunted for 3 days straight without taking a break, and my wife's like, "Honey, you got to take a break. Let's drink wine. Let's get drunk. Maybe have some activities. I'll make you dinner." I'm
I
like,
love your
"Okay."
wife, but she was wrong.
And my phone camera was going off. I'm like, "Get fucked." And I'm sending it to my boys, and we have the shot group that we're all on. And I call them. I'm like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this." And they're like, "Corey said, fucking Ted." And I'm like,
Yep.
"Fucking Ted, dude. That's his name."
Yeah.
I went out at 3 a.m. and I sat in that deer stand for 3 hours waiting for that fucking sunrise. And the rest is history, but
Well, no, he fucking. I was hunting in southeast Missouri, down near Jackson, Missouri. He was up north around Sedalia, and he had tried to call me. I think he fucked up trying to
I
call
did.
me.
I got too
And
excited.
I'm sitting in a deer stand, and I had a little buck in front of me. I'm like, "What the fuck? Stop, dude!" And then he texts me. He's like, "I think I got him." And dude, immediately I was like, "I don't even care to hunt right now. I'm excited. I wish I could drive straight there."
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal. Knowing how big that buck was, we all saw pictures of him. He's
Yeah.
fucking huge.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when I killed my big deer the week of the Kill Bottle Whiskey week, I shot that deer, called my buddies, Lee being one of them, the one who killed this giant this last fall. Then he lives 3 hours from me. He showed up, and I have about a 2 hour drive. He showed up right behind me when I got home with that deer. Like back to the studio, he pulled in.
So
Don't
fucking
fucking measure it till I get there. So we waited and all measured it together. So it was a pretty cool moment. But yeah, he just like took off from his house. Like, bye, honey, I gotta go. Curt killed the giant. We're leaving.
I love
So-
that.
So
I think if
So
Corey
fun.
was home, or even at our northern spot up in northwest Missouri, he would have done the same thing. He would have been like, "Dude, I'll
I
be
would
there
have
in an
been
hour
with
and a half."
Yeah, I would have been within 2 hours if I was home or
Mhm.
there, but I was fucking 4.5 hours away. But
Yeah.
anyways,
but yeah, don't be jealous when your boys kill bigger deer or big deer in general, you know.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I just love.
Other thing,
I love is sharing in their. You're sharing in their enjoyment. You're building up your team and your group. You know, it's the hunting community. I think has gone along. Social media sometimes has hurt us in the aspect that we break each other down more than we should be building each other up. And so
Totally.
keeping your circle strong and keep building them and when we build them up, they build others up, and then it just hopefully we can turn this and make it a more positive thing again, because it's nothing pisses me off more than we're scrolling social media and you're seeing people break each other down over
Oh yeah,
for
people fall
kills.
into tribes, which is human nature, but yeah, I mean that's just what it is. But yeah, I mean also too, it's like it looks really cool for WCB too. Like, you know, we talk about hunting every week. We better put some shit down if we're going to talk about it eventually. You know, it doesn't happen every year, but it's like really cool that, you know, that was the second largest buck shot in Iowa with a bow last year. I think sixth largest non-typical buck of all time. We have a replica of the rack in here, and it's just a freak. Have you guys seen the deer?
No,
I think I've probably seen it just because I follow your social media a lot, but I need to see it
Yeah.
again.
I could go grab the skull plate. I feel weird. It's not my buck, so I probably shouldn't be showing it off that way. But I have the skull plate here, the replica. It's insane. I was trying to get my kids to hold it earlier, so I'd take a picture of them holding the skull plate just because it looks so ridiculous. Just a freakazoid.
Curt, I'm not going to be mad if you go grab it.
Let me hobble over there.
I'll talk about one of our sponsors for a second.
Yeah, plug a partner. Oh.
You know what? It's getting hot out, Mac.
Let me tell you about getting hot, Corey. I actually had to go down to Warrensburg Tent last week and get my tent redone because of the people who tented my vehicle prior to him absolutely sucked at their job. But I went to Warrensburg Tent, who put state-of-the-art Solar FX, I think it was version 3, brand new, right out of the fucking box tent on my truck. And I'm telling you what, perfection. Warrensburg
Now
Tent.
You're so cool.
Dude, I'm so cool. I'm so shaded. Thanks to Robert Ransdale at Warrensburg Tent in Warrensburg, Missouri.
God bless him.
Nailed it. Holy shit.
Dude, that's a whole lot of rack. Wow.
Yeah, so this is Lee Her's buck. We call it the Lee Her buck, but he hates that.
Why,
Oh
why does
my
he hate that? It's his
gosh.
name.
Holy Nikes.
Has it got 4 main beams?
Yeah, he's kind of got like, he's insanely symmetrical.
Wow.
Not my buck, for the record. So if you clip this isn't my deer, it's Lee Her's. So
No, you're good.
latest issue of North American Whitetail, he's on there. So
That's
Wow.
fucking cool. Congratulations to him. That's so cool.
That is amazing. I'm gonna be honest, I'd probably just piss my pants. I wouldn't even have shot.
You
the
do
story's
that.
crazy. We did a full episode on it. We actually, he shot the deer, let it lay overnight. He recovered the next day, did the whole thing, and then drove it out here. Then we did a podcast on it like right away. He called the game warden even like, hey, I shot this deer. It's probably going to be, there's probably going to be some chatter about it. Do you want to come out? And so we even invited the game warden. Now I'll show you where everything happened, where the gut pile is, all that. And
Dude, that's the way to do it, though, if you have
Yeah.
that. If you know you got.
yeah, we knew about the deer, obviously. And it was kind of cool. He had sent a text. He's like, man, a doe just got up. He's behind her. She's heading my way. They're like 300 yards. If they stay on the trail, they're going to come right by me. And so we're all in our group chat. I'm hunting. I'm saddle hunting. I'm like, I keep my phone in my bino harness pocket, you know, so
Mhm.
it vibrates. I feel it on my chest. And there's still, I don't know, an hour and some change of daylight. Maybe, I can't really remember. But my phone's vibrating. I look and Lee's calling me. And I'm like, hello? And he just tore up. He's like, I just fucking shot him. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, you're kidding me. Like, this is, I mean, we guessed that buck. I guessed him to be like 230s from trail cam pictures. And he was 254.
Good Lord.
Crazy.
Yeah, just a freak. So,
And you
That's a
said it was
lifetime
the
deer.
number. Did you say it was the number 2 buck?
it was as far as we know, the second largest buck killed with a bow in Iowa last year. I think, don't quote me exactly. I think the 6th largest non-typical archery in Iowa.
That's fucking
So-
insane.
Yeah, he's top 10. with
How
an-
far away was that deer when he killed it or shot it?
I think under 20.
Wow.
20, yeah.
Dude,
I wrote the
just
article for
imagine
North
that
American
shit.
Whitetail for it. I should know all the details off the top of my head.
How
but
did he hold? We need. Oh man, I don't know how you'd hold still. I would be shaking. I'd be
the
trembling.
story's cool. The story's cool.
Man,
So,
congratulations to him, Lee. Right, Lee was his name. Fuck yeah, dude. That's
Well,
a
Max,
lifetime deer, man.
just if you haven't heard that episode, it is
I
episode
have.
748 for the working class go. God bless America, working class bow hunter.
Have a little bit more of that kill whiskey.
yeah.
Get your
I'm
words
doing good with it.
Yeah.
I'm doing good with it.
That episode was fun. Yeah, it was cool,
Yeah.
man.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, yeah, man, our crew's been on a tear. It's been pretty awesome.
That's
No
great.
complaints. So, yeah,
We're gonna
man.
get on your level one day, man. I promise. We're working
Dude,
toward it.
We hunt a lot, man. Like Austin Chandler, part of our crew, killed 199-inch just megalodon the same season, and it's been awesome, man. We just, big deer don't come around like that all the time, and so to like 2 years in a row to kill the quality of deer we killed the last 2-3 years has just been, I mean, it's just been amazing, and we know it can't continue like that, but we've just been fortunate enough that we've all had big deer to hunt back-to-back years like that and had some success. So, 254, a 203, and 199. Ross
Fucking
killed a
loaded.
for the year prior, January in 25, actually. It's been awesome. So,
That's fucking cool.
had a good couple year run for some big deer. We still killed some great deer other than those. Those are like the giants, you know what I mean? We've still
Yeah.
killed other really great deer in there, some 150 plus to these type deer. So
That's awesome.
Do you? And this is kind of on topic. Do you guys ever do any public land hunting anywhere?
I don't in Illinois because, and I get why some people do, but for me, with how much money I have on a lease, I own a little bit of ground. I
Mhm.
have so much effort on that I'm not going to
Shouldn't
leave
leave
and go hunt public ground just to say I did on the internet.
That makes sense.
And I think a lot of guys do hunt public ground to say they do on the internet. And that's great, whatever you want to do, but I just can't leave my effort and money and time investment. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, I do want to shout out a guy real quick. He's like the king of public land hunting. He public land hunts because he's never owned land. His family never owned land, and I've had family that own land, but I'm not allowed to be on that land anymore. So do have another goal this year is to hunt on public land and kill a buck. Our good buddy Joe Duckman, he hunts in Illinois. He's from Illinois, and he hunts public land constantly. He's never killed a buck on private ground.
That's cool.
And me and Mac are going to go out and hunt with. We're going to hunt with Joe for 2 or 3 days, and we're also going to go hunt with our buddy that used to own Evade Camo, Mike Cutright. We're going to hunt with him for 2 or 3 days in Illinois. It's an opportunity we've been looking at for the past couple of years, but I'm excited to do some more public land hunting than I ever have. Our private ground is just smaller, and it's been run down a bit, and we want to leave it rest a little bit more this year. And we're going to go try and find some different adventures.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, I think it would be fun to do, but that's like one thing I always say too is like the challenge. Everyone's like, oh yeah, private land. Private land's not always what everyone thinks it is. Like what you said, like, oh, it's kind of run down. You can run down a 40-acre piece in a week of hunting pretty hard.
I know it does.
There's a skill in hunting it and not doing that. You know what I mean? So there's just different ways to think about both types of hunting. I think people try to like versus private public against each other.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always apply. It's not apples to apples. It's not like, well, you can do this on private or this on public. I think it just depends what you're working with. But
yeah,
I mean, go hunt. Eric, I'm looking at it. Eric's killed 2 deer on a hunt, 1 acre patch of timber.
nice.
You know, so it's like, how fast do you burn out 1 acre? One sit.
One sit.
Yeah. So there's a skill on it. It's all situational, but yeah, I'm not going to be like, I got deer here, I'm leaving them because the internet would really get off if I hunted on public.
No, dude,
like, I'm not going to do that.
No, don't get me wrong. I get off on the internet and trying to figure out what stuff we can do better to try and get exposed a little bit more. But I've never thought about public land being that thing until I really dove into trying to public land hunt more, and I see all the people that are doing. You know, the hunting public does their big deal. But Joe, I'm gonna plug him one more time. Joe Duckman, we met him at Deer and Beer Fest the first year we went, and he just told us kind of about what his plans were, and we're like, okay, cool, those are great stories. But then we started following his social media, and he followed ours, and we stayed in touch. The year that we had him on our podcast, he killed I think he called it a whitetail slam. He killed a buck in Illinois, a buck in Missouri, a buck in, I think it was Kentucky, and then a buck in Florida, and a buck in Georgia.
Oh, damn.
And so he had connections, and was able to do it. Most of it was on public land. No, all of it was on public land. The Florida one was the public land butted up to some family he had that lived on a fucking bayou somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But if working class bow hunter ever had a public land hunter on, that's not famous or whatever, Joe Duckman's the guy you would love his freaking stories he has, man.
And he's from Illinois?
He's from Illinois, yeah.
I wonder where we're at. We can talk afterwards, but
he was outside your studio when no one was there not too long ago. He made a post about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a big fan of yours.
Cool.
But
yeah, he must be close then for the most. I mean, if he was here.
He's got some kick-ass stories though, and I'm looking forward to hunting with him and just learning from him on deer hunting. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, that's cool.
Man, he's got some wild stories just from last year where he had to drag deer through the water. He's shot deer in this fresh water area. We had to drag him out. He's went duck hunting, and his dog got trapped in the ice water, and he had to go bare naked and dig him out of the ice water. Like, there's some wild stories.
We've talked to him. He's at the show. I bet we've talked to him at our booth and stuff.
Yeah, dude's a character. He's fucking awesome. Super great dude.
I'm bad with names, so I guarantee it. I would assume I've spoke to him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I would know him.
I can't say the conservation area out loud because a buddy of mine will get pissed.
Yeah, don't do that. I was gonna
Joe,
ask, but yeah, don't even tell me. I don't even
I'm
want.
not going to do that, but I told Joe, I was like, hey, man, go check out this property because I was laid up with my surgery and he was going to come over and muzzleload hunt for alternative methods in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, man, I can't go with you. Go check this place out. I was in a bunch of pain and whatever. He texted me or he called me 2 days later. He killed a 156-inch buck on that land.
Jeez.
I was like, damn it, dude.
That's awesome,
Don't
though.
tell anybody that I told you to go there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good though.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking sweet.
Good.
I'm not a secretive guy about that kind of stuff. I want everybody to experience it and get
Yeah,
some-
Share that success.
Yeah, you got to be to a point, but
yeah.
like that's different, you know.
Oh,
Public's
yeah.
different. If it was private, sorry, bro. That's my
yeah,
spot.
yeah. Well, that's the one thing. Everyone's like locally. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you hunt over here." I'm like, I don't. Like when I killed that big deer a couple years ago, the rumors were pretty funny. Like, oh yeah, Curt killed that buck over here, and I was like, yeah. I mean, you can believe that if you want. That's fine. You know, everyone thought I
That's where
killed it.
that's
I mean,
at.
You're like,
I
sure,
heard-
exactly. Go there to hunt.
Yeah, I had a guy, one of my buddies, he's more southeast central Illinois. There's a guy that works for the same company as him. He's cousins to a guy that's like near where I live, kind of. And he had heard, I heard Curt killed a 200-inch deer over by so and so. And my buddy, he doesn't know exactly where I shot it. He was like, oh. And he called and told me. I was like, yeah, nowhere near that, like hours from there. I was just like, let him believe it. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I heard a lot of nothing bad, but just like someone assumed and then told somebody, and then it's like, oh yeah, Curt killed that big one down over by whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, probably.
And there doesn't need to be other words than that, but there's snakes out there that are going to fucking try and poach some stuff. So I'd keep
Yeah.
them all away
yeah.
from me.
I just let people believe it. Like, yeah, for sure, that happened.
Yep, that
Yeah,
was where it
I'm
was.
there. Yeah, right over there. So I just wrote it
Yeah.
out. Whatever. You know. So.
Well, Curt,
Yeah,
man,
man.
I really appreciate you coming on our podcast with us.
Yeah,
This is
thanks for having me.
honestly for me, this has been a long time coming. I know we talked at Deer and Beer Fest, and I know how busy you could be because as busy as you are, I'm doing the crap that I'm doing, and I'm just trying to fight for a little bit more time in the woods. And thank you so much. I took notes. We're gonna learn some shit and try and get on your level one day, man.
Nah, well, don't make me feel too cool. I appreciate you guys having me and just give me a chance to be a guest. And now you're timing perfect because my shit's starting to hurt. So,
Oh shit!
yeah,
You're holding your side a little bit.
yeah. I can't sit. I'm gonna jump on a plane to Africa, and I can't sit for very long. It starts hurting me. I gotta get up and move around. But but no, I really appreciate you guys having me. I had a blast doing this. So we'll see you guys at Illinois Deer and Beer Fest this August.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we'll share a beer there and listen to some music and have a good time.
Let's
Yeah,
do
man.
it, man.
Good luck in Africa,
Yeah.
and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you in Illinois.
Yeah, man, coming in hot. Good luck with the show and everything. And if you ever need anything, hit me up.
Will he?
For
You know,
sure.
I will. I'll harass you
Appreciate
just
you, brother.
just enough to where I don't annoy you.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Sounds good, boys.